Welcome, language enthusiasts. Today, we dive into the fascinating world of words, specifically the terms wait and await. In the realm of English language, these two words often create confusion, but fear not, for we are here to unravel the mystery behind them. Let's start with wait. Wait refers to the action of staying in one place or remaining inactive for a period of time until something expected or desired happens. It's a versatile verb that's used in a variety of settings. For example, in an everyday context, you might say, "I'll wait for you at the coffee shop." Or in a formal setting, you might hear, "Please wait for the judge's decision before leaving the courtroom." The connotation of wait is neutral. It simply indicates the act of delaying action until a certain event occurs. On the other hand, we have await. Await also refers to staying in one place or remaining inactive, but with a dash of expectation or anticipation for something specific in the future. This word carries a more formal and literary tone. For instance, in a formal context, you might say, "The team awaited the results of the competition with bated breath." Or in a literary context, you might read, "She stood at the window awaiting his return." Await carries a connotation of anticipation or eagerness for the awaited event or circumstance. So what's the difference? While both wait and await involve staying or delaying action, await is more formal and carries a stronger sense of anticipation or expectation for a specific event or outcome. Whereas wait is a more general term used in everyday language and can be applied to a wide range of situations without the same level of formality or specificity. These words, though similar, have unique nuances that set them apart. Let's delve deeper. Let's start with wait. It's a word we use often, but have you ever thought about its formal definition and usage? The verb wait refers to the action of staying in one place or remaining inactive for a period of time until something expected or desired happens. It's a simple concept, yet it's a word with a wide range of applications. Consider this. You're meeting a friend for coffee. You might say, "I'll wait for you at the coffee shop." It's a common phrase, isn't it? Here, wait is used in an everyday context to express that you'll stay at a particular location until your friend arrives. Now let's shift gears a bit. Imagine you're in a courtroom and the judge is about to make a decision. You might hear, "Please wait for the judge's decision before leaving the courtroom." Once again, we see wait in action, but this time in a more formal setting. In both examples, the word wait is followed by a phrase that specifies what you're waiting for. Your friend in the first example, and the judge's decision in the second. This is a common feature of wait. It often takes a direct object or an adverbial phrase specifying the event or circumstance for which one is waiting. But wait isn't just a functional word, it also carries a certain connotation. When we say wait, it's neutral. It simply indicates the act of delaying action until a certain event occurs. There's no inherent sense of anticipation or eagerness attached to it. It's just waiting. So wait is a versatile word that fits in various contexts, from casual to formal. And that's the beauty of it. Whether you're waiting for a friend, a bus, or a decision, wait is the word that captures the experience. So the next time you use wait, remember, it's not just a word, it's a concept, a state of being, and a part of our everyday life. Now let's switch gears and explore await, a term that adds a touch of anticipation to our sentences. Similar to wait, await means to stay in one place or remain inactive, but there's a twist. With await, there's a sense of expectation or anticipation for something specific in the future. It's like waiting, but with a dash of excitement and specificity thrown in. Now, await is a bit more formal and literary than wait. It's the sort of word you'd find in a well-written novel or a formal letter. For example, in a formal context, you might hear someone say, "The team awaited the results of the competition with bated breath." In this sentence, awaited gives a sense of anticipation. The team isn't just waiting, they're eagerly anticipating the results. In a literary context, await can add a sense of drama or tension. Consider this sentence. "She stood at the window, awaiting his return." Here, awaiting tells us that she's not just standing there, she's filled with anticipation for his return. There's a story behind her waiting, a sense of expectation that goes beyond mere waiting. One important thing to remember about await is that it's usually followed by a noun or noun phrase indicating the thing that's being waited for. This is what gives await its sense of specificity. You're not just waiting, you're awaiting something specific. So, you might await a decision, await a reply, or await the dawn, but you wouldn't just await. So to sum up, await is like wait, but with a bit more flair. It's a more formal term, often found in written or formal contexts, and it carries a sense of anticipation or eagerness. It's the word you use when you're not just passing the time, but eagerly anticipating what's to come. So await is a more formal term that carries a sense of anticipation or eagerness. It's the word you use when the waiting is filled with expectation, when you're on the edge of your seat, wondering what will happen next. Now that we've explored wait and await individually, let's compare them side by side. Firstly, we have wait. It's a versatile verb that you'll find used in various contexts, from the everyday to the formal. For instance, you might tell a friend, "I'll wait for you at the coffee shop," or hear a lawyer instruct, "Please wait for the judge's decision before leaving the courtroom." The connotation of wait is neutral. It simply signals the act of delaying action until a certain event happens. Quite often, wait takes a direct object or an adverbial phrase that pinpoints the event or circumstance for which one is waiting. On the other hand, we have await. This word also implies staying in one place or remaining inactive, but with a sense of expectation or anticipation for something specific in the future. It's a more formal and literary term, appearing more frequently in written or formal contexts. For example, the team awaited the results of the competition with bated breath, or she stood at the window awaiting his return. Await carries a sense of eagerness or anticipation for the event or circumstance that is being waited for. It's often followed by a noun or noun phrase that specifies what is being waited for, thereby highlighting the specificity of the expectation. In summary, while both wait and await involve some form of staying or delaying action, await is more formal and carries a stronger sense of anticipation or expectation for a specific event or outcome. Wait, on the other hand, is a more general term used in everyday language and can be applied to a wide range of situations without the same level of formality or specificity. So while wait and await both involve a delay or pause, await adds a layer of formality and anticipation. As we wrap up our discussion on wait and await, let's do a quick recap. Our exploration began with the word wait, a versatile term found in everyday language. We learned that wait simply refers to the act of staying in one place or remaining inactive until something expected or desired happens. It's used in various situations, from waiting for a friend at a coffee shop to waiting for a judge's decision in a courtroom. The connotation of wait is neutral. It merely indicates the act of delaying action until a certain event occurs. Then we moved on to the term await, a word with a bit more formality and expectancy. Await also means to stay in one place or remain inactive, but with an added touch of anticipation for something specific in the future. It's a term you might find in a formal setting or within the pages of a novel. The word await carries a connotation of anticipation or eagerness for the awaited event or circumstance. The differences between wait and await might seem subtle, but they are significant. Await is more formal and carries a stronger sense of anticipation or expectation for a specific event or outcome. On the other hand, wait is a more general term used in everyday language without the same level of formality or specificity. In essence, while both wait and await involve staying or delaying action, the context in which they are used and the feelings they evoke make them distinct. Wait is a go-to word for most situations, while await adds a layer of formality and anticipation. Language is a fascinating realm, isn't it? The same concept can be expressed in different ways, each with its unique flair and connotation. It's this richness and diversity that make language such a thrilling field to explore. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of wait and await. Keep playing with words, and remember, language is an ever-evolving playground.